came back for another story. Today, our story is extra long, so it's going to take many parts to get all the way from the beginning to the end. So be sure to come back for each part, okay? Now, this is called King Leonard's Celebration. And it was written by Christopher A. Lane, and it was illustrated, or the pictures were drawn by, Sharon Dahl. There was a Lion King who ruled over all the beasts of the kingdom of Kidderminster. His name was Leonard, and he lived in a majestic castle high atop a mountain in the center of a jungle. He seldom ventured down from his beautiful palace, but instead watched over his subjects by gazing out over the kingdom through his royal telescope. Leonard was a very kind king and greatly enjoyed doing good things for his subjects. He thought it quite delightful to give the animals gifts and presents in secret. Do you like giving secret presents? I do. Sometimes he would have his servants leave bushels of bananas or baskets of figs on the doorsteps of their jungle homes, or would dispatch the royal gardeners to plant rare flowers in their yards. King Leonard also loved to protect the animals. If a large hungry animal ventured into the jungle, King Leonard himself would go down and frighten it away with a mighty roar. But the other animals never saw him. In fact, some thought that he was only a fairy tale. Others had heard stories of his sharp claws and huge teeth, and thought he was a fierce, cruel lion. The rest of the animals didn't much care. They just kept all of his wonderful gifts and presents and went about their merry way. One fine summer day, as King Leonard sat upon his throne, he had an idea. "Horatio!" the king bellowed, nearly losing his crown. A few moments later, a tall, thin bird clothed in a colorful kingdom uniform scurried up to the throne. "You called, sire?" he asked. "Yes, Horatio," King Leonard began. "I have had a wonderful idea. I would like to do something for my jungle subjects." "But, sire," Horatio objected, "you gave them a fresh supply of bananas and figs only yesterday." Yes, I know that," the king said. "But I would like to do something special for them." "What more could you do, sire?" Horatio asked. "You've already given them enough cause to celebrate." "That's it! A celebration!" the royal lion shouted, grabbing the bird with his large paws. "You've hit upon it, Horatio! We shall have an extra special celebration." "Sire?" the bird asked. "I shall give my subjects a party. There shall be fine foods, games, balloons, cakes, music, noisemakers, puzzles, and ice cream. Yes, prepare gallons and gallons of ice cream in the royal ballroom. Oh, this will be so much fun." "Where would you like to hold this celebration, sire?" Horatio asked. "In the jungle streets? Or by the stream, perhaps?" No, don't be silly, Horatio," King Leonard chuckled. "I will invite all the animals here to my palace." "But sire," the bird objected, "all of them? And they have never—" Yes, I know," the king nodded. "They have never been here before. Well, it is high time they came. Now, we will have the party tomorrow. Begin the preparations immediately." So a royal decree was issued, and the king's fleet-footed messengers ran to and fro, leaving invitations in the mailboxes of all the jungle animals. The next morning, King Leonard was busy preparing for the big event. He had his servants assist him into his most special robe. He ordered for his crown to be polished to a lustrous sheen. Meanwhile, the king's fleet-footed messengers went to and fro throughout the kingdom, asking the animals if they would be attending the royal celebration. One messenger went to Henry Hyena's home. Knocking at the door, he could hear someone inside laughing very loudly. After some time, the hyena finally answered the door. "What do you want?" Henry asked with a chuckle. "Mr. Hyena," the messenger explained, "I have been sent to inquire about whether or not you will be coming to King Leonard's celebration today." "King Leonard?" Henry smirked. "That's a good one." "Sir," the messenger tried again, "the king has requested your presence at—" "King Schming," Henry joked. "Don't give me that hooey. You don't expect me to believe there really is a King Leonard, do you?" "Then I take it you will not be attending his party this afternoon?" the messenger asked. "You don't give up, do you?" Henry laughed. I'd really like to," he jested, "but I just bought the Sahara Desert and thought I'd go take a look at it." "Get it? Do you get it? I bought the Sahara." Before the royal messenger could explain to the laughing hyena that there really was a king and that there really was to be a celebration, Henry slammed the door in his face. Well, how rude is that? At the house of Zelda the zebra, another messenger was knocking at the door. His arrival had already been announced by the barking of Miss Zebra's two energetic dogs. He waited patiently as Zelda peered out at him through the window, then eyed him through the peephole in the door. "Down, Zumba! Down, Simba!" Zelda said forcefully. "Who is it?" she asked, still not opening the door. "A royal messenger, ma'am," the servant shouted. "What do you want?" "I have come to ask if you will be attending King Leonard's celebration." "Are you telling me that mean lion is having a party?" Zelda asked. "Oh, no, you don't. You can't fool me that easily." "Excuse me, ma'am," the messenger continued. "King Leonard has invited you to a celebration this afternoon. There will be plenty of food and—" "Oh, sure," Zelda answered. "And I'm the main course, right?" "Oh, no, the messenger explained. King Leonard is truly very kind. Now, I really must know if you are planning to attend." "I doubt it," Zelda said sternly. "I just bought a pair of watchdogs, and boy, are they fierce. I'll be teaching them to attack intruders this afternoon." "Well then, good day, ma'am," the messenger said, marking out Miss Zebra's name. Another messenger approached the house of Marvin Monkey and pulled a long vine to ring his doorbell. "Can you get the door, sugar?" one voice shouted. "Sure thing, honey bunch," another voice responded. Suddenly, the door opened and out swung Marvin Monkey. "Good morning, Mr. Monkey," the messenger said brightly. "I have come to ask if you plan to attend King Leonard's celebration this afternoon." "Celebration?" Marvin asked. "Yes, you should have received an invitation," the messenger explained. "Oh, yeah, that thing," Marvin said, scratching his head. "We ain't coming." "I beg your pardon?" "We ain't coming," Marvin said, and he turned to scamper up the vine. "I'm sure the king will be disappointed that you couldn't come," the royal messenger called after him. But Marvin didn't hear him. He had already swung into his house and slammed the door behind him. My, some of these people are very rude. Meanwhile, back at the palace, King Leonard entered the Grand Ballroom and was very pleased to see the preparations were nearly complete. A vast table, brightly colored with flowers and colorful balloons stood in the middle of the hall. Streamers and banners hung from the ceiling. Jesters practiced their juggling, and clowns in funny costumes adjusted their noses and baggy pants. In one corner, a musical band tuned up its instruments and made ready to play out a cheerful tune. The royal bakers scurried about with platters of scrumptious-looking cakes, cookies, donuts, and fine pastries. Horatio greeted the king. "Good afternoon, sire," the thin bird said with a salute. "The time has come to begin freezing the ice cream, and the royal dessert makers are ready to commence at your word." A cluster of cooks stood motionless near the ice cream making equipment, breathlessly awaiting the king's signal. "Gentlemen," King Leonard said, raising his paw high into the air, "let the ice cream begin." This sent the cooks into a frenzy of activity. One began stirring a huge pan full of syrupy cream. Another began to shovel ice into a tall silver bowl, and others climbed up onto a platform over the bowl and carefully measured out ingredients. "You have done a fine job, Horatio," the king said, patting the thin bird on the back. "A fine job indeed." "I'm glad you're pleased, sire," Horatio beamed. "Oh, excuse me a moment. I see that the royal messengers have just arrived." With a flutter of his wings, he was at their sides in a corner of the ballroom. That's where we're going to stop for today. This is the end of part 1. What do you think of our story so far? I'm kind of sad for the king that so many of his subjects are refusing to come. That really hurts my heart for him. I hope you're enjoying it though so far. Please hit the like button and subscribe. And be sure to hit that notification bell so that you're notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that a new story has been posted. And be sure to share. Bye-bye for now.